this is Marty McDonald coming to you live from the McDonald kitchen. Now, on my first Marty Minutes, you heard me say that we're going to talk about life lessons on occasion. We have some downtime with vacations, etc. And frankly, today it's snowing. I'm off. I've got nothing better to do than to peruse the police scanner and see what's happening in town. But not much going on except snowplows knocking over mailboxes and raising your taxes, because guess who pays for that? We do. So in the spirit of the holidays, there's a tradition here in the McDonald household that I'd like to share with you. Now, it's not a life lesson, but you know what I thought? I said, Marty, you know what? Women do a lot. Women cook and clean. And, that's their responsibility primarily, amongst other things. But I thought, I'm going to surprise my wife, and I'm going to do what she normally does every post-Thanksgiving prior to Christmas. And that's make turkey soup. Turkey soup the McDonald way. Now, the finest moment that you could possibly have is the day before to boil the turkey carcass. And that's what we've done here in this big sucker of a pot. I mean, this thing, you could bury a body in this. This has the carcass of the turkey. It's it is gross. It's disgusting. In fact, I had a job one summer working for a local contractor, and this local contractor was a septic cleaning guy. So I spent lots of hot summers in the sun cleaning out shitty septic tanks. And you know what? I would rather do that than this. That's how disgusting this process is. But I'm not complaining. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. And that's a life lesson that we can all relate to, I'm sure. Gratitude. We're grateful for things that, see how this is slime. This is like, it looks and feels like I just stuck my hand in a can of 30-weight motor oil. All right, so gratefulness, gratitude. We had family over. We cooked a big turkey. Now we're getting down to the dirty business of turning that turkey carcass into turkey soup that we can feast on these cold winter days that are ahead here in Shrewsbury. Because God knows the town's not going to be plowing the streets. No. Last night they plowed, and sure as shit, they knocked over my mailbox. And that's not going to fly. So, I guess what I'm going to do, this is only my second time do it, and my wife left explicit directions, and on the directions, she said, carrots, big bag of carrots. That's a big bag of carrots. That guess who's going to peel them? Speaking of carrots, it's funny. When we take breaks shooting Reasonable Men with yours truly, Walter, he's always got a carrot. He's always got like he's nibbling on it in between takes. Doesn't even really nibble on it. He kind of like, I don't know. Anyway, carrots, onion, sweet onion, red onion. No. Sweet onions. She says squash, cut up squash, butternut squash. That's what we like. I don't know if there's a different type of squash. And then tortellinis. Tortellinis, which are, she says, chicken and prosciutto tortellini. Why are we putting chicken and prosciutto in a turkey soup? I have no idea. I'm just doing what I'm asked to do. The last thing on here is, Bubba, cut it, put that in, strain this, put that in, onion in, carrot in, squash in. Last thing she says, don't F it up. What a sense of humor. Anyway, first thing, we're gonna get the hot water hot because my hand is still greasy. I hate grease. You ever make tuna fish? You open the can, you get tuna juice on your hand. I hate that. I can smell it for days. All right, so carcass of the turkey with all the broth has been simmered. It boiled overnight. I'm pouring it into a colander, which is a fancy term for a fucking strainer, into another bowl so I can get all the juice out, I guess, right? Without any turkey bones. Chicken tortellini. turkey bones, turkey soup. Yep, so that sucker, gotta get some more, and almost done. Glad I've been working out lately because this is freaking heavy, man. The things you do for love. Love. That was the last Marty Minutes episode. Love. This is an expression of love. A man doing a woman's job. But I don't complain as long as she snowplows the driveway and shovels the walk. It's all good. You do your jobs, I'll do mine, and if you want to do mine, I guess you're forcing me to do yours, which is okay. It's all right. I get it. It's all right. It's okay. All right. So, yeah. All right. I'm gonna pause this for 1 second because I really got to go to the bathroom. All right, I'm back. There's a bone. Bon appetit. All right. Turkey carcass. Here's the dirty job. Getting that meat off the bone without getting any bone in the soup. You don't want to be sucking on bones, choking on bones. Come to think of it, Walter talks about that at times as well. Getting the meat. Did you ever notice it's not just meat, but there's like ligaments and tendons and cartilage. That's pretty disgusting. All right, I'm getting all the meat off the bones. I'm not going to bore you with this process, so when I'm ready to resume some instructional components of this episode of Marty Minutes, life lessons, love lessons, the expression of love, doing something for somebody else, even though it's not your responsibility, you feel like you have to do it, you get guilted or you get shut off, So I'm going to pause now, and I'll come back when I'm ready for my next segment on the McDonald's turkey soup. All right, we're back. I got the disgusting part done. All the chicken meat's off the chicken carcass and it's in the pot. In the big pot. Kind of took longer than I thought, just like a lot of the public works projects that goes on in Shrewsbury. Everything takes longer. Everything's going to cost more. Yeah, we'll pay. No problem. All right, so we're going to put in this squash. Butternut squash noodles. It's a chick thing. I'm just following the instructions. Especially the don't F it up part. All right, we recycle, right? Plastic, you gotta recycle it. You can't put it in. You know what I say to recycling? I got the trash right here with the turkey in it. Abe would love it. Abe, watch me. Plastic, garbage. Boom. F that. Here's another one. Look at this, I got like a pad and that's this. Don't even want to talk about that. All right, another piece of plastic. Guess where it's going? Yes, sir. Yes, DPW. Right in with the garbage. Boom. The freaking chicken. Why are we putting chicken prosciutto? All right, that's done later. Doing it later. Now, I'm going to cut the onions and skin the carrots. So I get a lot of carrots to, this thing and this and all that. But I'm going to save that one for Walter. All right, so we're going to start with the next victim. Yeah, and this is going to be like something you really don't want to watch me do. Just kind of like watching town employees work, right? Yeah, it's so hard. It takes so long. You get overtime. You get benefit. We get this. We get that. Let's make sure that everybody's taken care of. Okay. Meanwhile, the working man, the guys that do other stuff besides guy stuff, we just do it. We don't complain about it. We're men. When I was taking that break, Jerry called. He was smoking the weed again. Beale School, all the freaking God. This town is going to hell. Hell in a. Oh, we know the website. Shrewsbury is going to hell at gmail.com. feel free to message me. If you disagree with my turkey soup recipe, or you don't like the way I cut the carrots because it's not environmentally friendly, or I put the plastic in with the turkey carcass, you can email me below me. We got that up on the screen, I hope. I got some of the carrots cut. I mean, I don't know. She didn't say how big, how long. I know Walter would just throw the whole carrot in. Whole. All right, so I'm not going to bore you with this process here. I'm just going to keep doing my job. That's the kind of guy I am. Remember, we're talking about gratitude. We're talking about being grateful. We talked about love last time, and now it's a gratitude deal. I am grateful for the guy that invented this freaking knife. I'm telling you, this thing was $10 online, $10. Meanwhile, we have knives set here. We got 38 knives in the drawer. They all suck. This one here, $10. I hope it was made in China or where. But you know what? I don't care, because it makes Marty's life easier, especially today, where he's doing something out of the goodness of his heart for his beloved wife of 20 years, who still adores him. And why am I talking about myself in the third person? I don't know. It's childhood. I'll go back to childhood, right? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm just your reasonable man host. All right, I'm going to cut now, and we'll come back later when I do the onions. I got an onion story for you. Okay, so continuing, where were we? I peeled all the carrots. Here's all the carrot stuff, and guess where it's going? Yep, right in with the turkey and the plastic. Speaking of plastic, I saved a plastic bag for Abe, because I know how Abe likes plastic bags. So we're going to put that over there for Abe with Walter's carrot. Now, onions. Sweet onion. She says a large onion, but the large onions were kind of small. So I got 2 smaller size to equal 1 large, which, as long as I learn my lessons in math in Shrewsbury Public School System with Mrs. McIver in 4th grade, should be fine. If it's not, I'm going to blame her. All right, so the onion story. Yeah, so when I drove Jerry to Kelly's to ask her mom about going to the prom and all that, and I mentioned he had tears. Well, the tears were partly a credit to his favorite uncle, Marty McDonald. I had an onion at home, stopped by, grabbed it, I cut it up fine, into almost like watery mush. And I had a little bit in my hand as we walked up to the front door. And I stopped Jerry before we rang the doorbell for his major moment with Kelly's mom. And I rubbed a little bit of it under his eyelids just to get the tears going. So that worked out well. He learned a valuable lesson from me. And it's not deceitful. It's, he feels that he felt the heartache. He was crying in the principal's office, the main office, when I picked him up. So what's a little, enabling, a little help, a little false emotion, all right? Lesson learned. He learned a valuable lesson that I'm cutting the onions because the onions go in, and she says, don't cut them too small. So I don't know. I guess I'm cutting them too big. That's going to be the problem. Right? Oh, they're too big. Well, you know what? You leave me a Post-it note with instructions on making turkey. I've never made it. I made it once and it sucked. So I'm doing the best I can, honey. Love you. 25 years is coming soon. Can't be soon enough. So I'm gonna go with a little bit more than 1 onion. I'm gonna go with 1.5 of the medium or smaller size. See how I did that? After I finished, I had that job with the septic company I mentioned earlier. Summer job, high school summer job. I also worked at a restaurant at night. So I'd go right from the, clean the septic tanks with that contractor, right to the restaurant where I wasn't a sous chef, but I was a prep cook. So I would do this kind of stuff. I'd cut and dice fucking vegetables all night. And part of the problem, I think they found out after, was a virus or something affected the restaurant. They traced it back to the cutting boards I was using because evidently I didn't wash my hands good enough after working on the septic tanks all day. And, look, I was 17. We have to teach our kids proper procedure, and it's something as simple as washing your hands and getting gunk out from under your fingernails if you're going to cut vegetables at a restaurant. So, whatever. It's not a big deal. I know there's like 30 people went to the hospital, whatever. That wasn't my forte. Hosting Reasonable Men is the epitome of my career, my talent, my skill sets, and that's where I am. And there's a good reason for it. But I got to tell you, Abe and Walter, if it weren't for them, if it weren't for Walter Davis and Abe Whitman, I'd still have a show. Anyway, we're going to cut back. I'm joking. Walter and Abe are my best bros. Love them. Love those. I like them. I love them like a guy likes a... All right, so last onion, half onion, math, 3rd, 4th grade math. Okay, I got it. Going in. And I think that's it for now. So tune in next time. I'll be doing another Marty Minute shortly at some point, and we'll see you again. Remember, the best show on television that you can become informed, empowered, enabled, and listen to reasonable solutions in a practical way, a calm approach, reasoned, methodical, with a great degree of thought and intelligence, Abe, Walter, and me, Marty McDonald. Till next time, take care.